Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is very special video, and also Ramadan Mubarak to anyone who's fasting, Muslim or non-Muslim. But today I'm going to be doing a video of how to get your dream room for 2026, and the cheapest, the easiest, and the most eco-friendly way to do it. So basically this video I'll be giving some tricks and the best cheapest eco-friendly way to kind of make your dream room for 2026. And I'm gonna kind of be using my room mostly, because this is kind of basically how to make a juminocore heisei retro core room, but I'll try and be broad so that you can go far out and it doesn't just have to be one specific type of room. But let's get started. First I'll be giving tips, and then actually I don't know if I'll be doing sections, we'll see. Tips, eco-friendly ways. So let's get started with that. Okay, I kind of changed positions, but first what I'm going to be talking about is kind of tips on how to get a heisei retro juminocore room. So first of all, I feel these rooms are very planty, there's a lot of plants incorporated in the room design. So I'm going to be showing you how to get a lot of, to start out, I guess, a plant collection, and how to make it grow without needing to buy plants over and over and over. So first, I think it's good to start off with just one plant that you can use as it grows. So I can use this one as example. I've had this is the first one I've ever had, and it's been 6 years, maybe a little less, but I've been making my room for 6 years, so we'll just kind of 6, maybe 4, maybe 5ish, 4ish years. But the best way you can do is as it grows, you can cut off. Let me just get an example. You can cut off some of it by if you can see, there's a little brown nub. If you cut from there, then you can put it in water, and then roots will grow out of it, and then you can have a whole new plant. And you don't need new pots or glass. You don't need to buy them. You can always just reuse jars. And a lot of heisei retro juminocore rooms use a ramune bottle to add plants into. I have 2 examples. Let me just put this back up before I do that. But let me grab an example. You can also, if you have an IKEA close, you can also get bamboo. They're pretty cheap. And then I cut a little bit off because it was at the top, it was kind of dying. So to save it, I cut a little bit off, and then I cut the part that was dead, and I put it in this ramune bottle. And then the one over there, now it's starting to grow again because I cut the dead part off. But it doesn't even have to be those specific stuff. You can just use glass jars that you find all around your house, or glass bottles. I have another example over here. I have this, what is it? It's a TMNT for seasoning, and I just put my smaller plants in here. I'm gonna make another one and kind of show you how to do it. So let me just get on that right now. Okay, so I cut a little bit off camera, and you see this little black, that's the thing, this little brown thing, that's where you have to cut so that it doesn't die when you put it in the water. And I have this TMNT hot sauce bottle, and I'm gonna put it in. So let me just do that, and also let me fix my hoodie. Okay, I did it. That's how it looks. It's really cute. The tube is a little tight, but it'll be fine since the bottom part has all this space. But that's how it looks. You can do this with I literally did this with a hot sauce bottle. You can literally do this with anything. And as it grows bigger and bigger, then soon it'll be at a stage where you have to put it into soil, and that's when you can have one of these. That's my first tip of 2026. Let me show you how this looks on my thing. Okay, so there it is on my actual like shelf. I think it looks really cute, and it adds like a little pop to this section. I think plants are really important when you're kind of trying to make this type of room. So there you go. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, my next tip is the cheapest way to kind of buy manga figures, stuff like that. Though I do recommend, if you're like fresh into the collection, like you're just starting out, to buy manga because they're way cheaper and you can get more for the price of like one figure, because figures are really expensive if you're buying them like from like a actual store. But thrifting is the way to go, especially most of my manga are thrifted. That's why I don't have a lot of manga in chronological order, because I don't like buying from places like Chapters or like other manga places that have it like either more than the retail price or just like the retail price, because I don't like I'm not that rich. Most of this, almost everything in my room, like 98% of my room, I bought with my money. So it's like I want to buy more. So thrifting is the way to go. Though I do not recommend just buying manga just to start out the collection. Like really go into like what you really want, because I think the first manga I collected, I like just collected just to start off my collection, and like in the moment it's good, but like now I'm trying to sell manga that I don't really read anymore, or I don't want, or I just didn't like, and it's kind of hard, especially where I am. And yeah, just like really think about what you're trying to find. And you can find manga at like your local thrift store, but Facebook Market is also good. There's more variety on Facebook Market. You can also go to like websites like Surugaya or Mercari. Those are pretty good websites when you want to get stuff for cheap and in bulk. And for figures, same thing for figures, to be honest. I do recommend thrifting figures. They're really expensive if you don't thrift them. Surugaya is a really good website for cheaper figures than you would get if you're like in Canada or in America or in like Europe in general, since it's like from Japan and it's like their yen transferred into like your money, and since, well, especially in Canada has like their money is worth more, so it's cheaper if you buy it in Japan. And another tip is how to kind of organize your manga and your figures and all that stuff. Can you see that? I think you can see that. I don't really have anything to bring you closer, so you're just gonna have to imagine if you can't see. But I recommend like the odd number rule. I don't know if that's an actual rule, if I'm making it up, but it's basically like if you're designing like a certain corner, I'll add like a picture right here of like some stuff in my room that like this correlates to. The odd number rule, I think things look better if you organize them in like an odd number way. Like maybe you have 2 figures and then a plant. Mangas don't count for this. You can put as much manga as you want, because it's kind of like the background of everything. That's how I see it. Manga's background, everything else is kind of the front lines. But like most of my stuff, it's like odd numbers. Like obviously if you don't have odd numbers of things, then like you can do even like 2 figures in one place. But I really like how it looks if there's an odd number. Like I have 3 figures here and then 2 plants. That's 5, and I think that just looks way better. But also here I do have like 2 figures, but then I also have 1 plant, so it cancels it out, and then it's an odd. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I decorate my room, and I think it looks more balanced that way. You don't even need, it doesn't have to be figures and manga. It could just be like art supplies, journals, stuff like that. Like over here I have my journal and then some markers. And also for 2026 we're getting rid of the I'm too scared to use stickers. We're going to use our stickers, because if we don't use our stickers, then what's the point of having stickers? That's rule number 2 of 2026. Use your stickers. Decorate stuff. It makes things look nicer. I think I'll put a video in of me decorating this. I don't know. I already decorated it, but I'll put a video of me kind of decorating it for this half. I don't know if I'll do a transition. I don't think I did a transition when I was actually making it. But stickers, use them. Do not just hoard them. It's just like I know it's like kind of scary because you might like not use it at the right place, but like not using it at all, then what's the point of having stickers? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get with this. Okay, tip number 4, 3, I don't remember, is posters. Posters are really important when trying to make this type of room. In any room in general, I think posters are literally the way to go. I love posters. Posters are like they bring life into a room, if you know what I mean. My tip is, if you're starting out, cheapest ways to buy posters, or just like you don't even have to buy them. Some ways is sometimes if you buy like a figure like this, like a blind box, you can use do I have it here? You can use like the actual box to decorate, or you can use like the little cards that come inside to decorate your wall. You can also go to your local library if they let you print out for free. My library does, because I have a library card, so I can like print out a certain amount of posters when I'm there. Another tip is this one. It does cost a little bit of money, but it costs money for shipping. And I recommend Free Prints, which is an app where you can like get at least like 45 free prints a month. And it does cost shipping. I think it's like $3, which is pretty good. It is like on the smaller side of posters. Like you see this, all of this is from Free Prints. That's kind of the size. And then these big ones I got from a friend. But Free Prints also does like different variety of poster sizes. It just gets more expensive the bigger it is, obviously. So I do recommend that. I also recommend, like, sometimes you can find really good photos or like stuff in magazines. So you can always use magazines to like add posters to your wall. What else? Tip 5, I guess. Tip 5, hobbies. Hobbies are like, they help so much, especially in like these type of like, I feel like colorful-ish rooms. If you like are good at art, even if you're like not, like just trying it out, because I do have a few things in here that I drew and then add to the wall. Or like junk journaling is a good one, especially when you have like cute like wrappers and stuff that you don't want to, especially since I'm a hoarder. It's a really good way to like not really feed into the hoarding addiction, but able to do something with it. And it's also good because you're not throwing out that much trash that would usually go to a landfill, and now it's like a piece of art in your journal. So that's tip number 5. Hobbies are really important. Now, here is kind of the main theme of the video, is upcycling. Upcycling is really important, and I think everyone should try and do it this year, and like kind of make it a habit, is to upcycle. I think it's really important, and it, like, you never know how you can make something look cool if you upcycle. Like, that's basically what the plant stuff is you're upcycling these jars and like these ramune bottles, or like whatever you have, you're upcycling them. And also, like, I guess junk journaling is basically upcycling. You're not really making like it usable for anything, but I guess it's like a piece of art. So there's another one. What else? Clothes. are, I feel like you can always make something with clothes. I feel like you can start out, even if you're not good at it. Like, I was not good at the beginning, but now that I've practiced, I've like made a lot of clothes that I was going to give away, and now they're like my favorite. So upcycling clothes is really important, especially if you don't really need to buy new clothes. Like, I haven't really bought anything new. I tried to like upcycle my clothes, so I don't really buy that much unless I really want something. So that's that's actually the main focus of the video, is upcycling. So upcycle, it's good for the environment, and you never know, it like helps with your creativity. You never know how good something you can make something good unless you actually try doing it. And if it doesn't go out good, then whatever, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you have to throw stuff out, but it's better than just throwing it out and like realizing that you could have done something better with it. So main focus, upcycling, especially if you have like a room that's like maximalist, because I feel like a lot of people think maximalist rooms are like very like what is it called give me a second, I'm thinking. Consumers, there you go. It's very like, oh, like, is that the word? You know what I'm talking about. But I feel like it's kind of the opposite. I feel like maximalist rooms, if done right, is basically just like you buying stuff that nobody wants anymore, like thrifting, or like reusing stuff that like people probably didn't think could be used in that way. I feel like that's kind of the main point of maximalism. And I feel like there's so much more life to maximalism. Like, I really like the look of just having so much of your interest like mashed into one. So I think as long as you don't buy stuff just because it's popular, like this is my next tip. Don't buy stuff just because it's popular. Buy it because you want it and you know that you're gonna like it for a long time. That is my next tip. Don't just be like, especially Labubus. Like, my sister, she really likes Labubu, so I'm like, oh, you should buy one just because you actually really like it. And her reason isn't because it's popular. I'm like, okay, then yeah, buy it. But if you're only buying it because it's popular, then I think it's kind of like wasteful, especially since like if you don't want it after it's like not popular and you're gonna throw it away, then it's like, it's not really a great idea. Same thing with like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, just don't be a poser, okay? If you want to like something, like if something is like, I don't know, if you want something but you don't know what it is, just like figure out like the backstory behind, like, especially in anime, if you have merch of an anime, and like, unless you think it's just cute, like if you think it's just cute and you know you're gonna keep it just because it's cute, then that's fine. But if you're only buying it because it's popular, then like at least do a little bit of like research behind it so that you know that this is something you like, because you never know, maybe something that's popular you might actually like. There's nothing wrong with liking something that's popular, and as long as you know that you're gonna keep it for a long time and that you're actually gonna like it for a long time. That is yes. Because I feel like a lot of people think that, oh, if you like popular stuff, then you're just automatically like a weirdo, poser, and you have to like everything that's niche. No, you don't need to like everything that's niche. The whole point is you're supposed to just like stuff to like stuff. Like, a lot of stuff in my room, I don't consider it like niche. Like in my case, I don't know. It's like, I've been there for the great shift when like anime became like really popular, because I liked anime since like 2019, or like I started getting into it in 2019. And I've watched anime when I was like a kid, but I didn't know it was anime, so I don't count that. But like, so like My Hero Academia, like I was like on TikTok, it was like very famous, but like where I lived, no one watched anime. Everyone hated anime. So like I always thought it was niche for where I lived, but like obviously on TikTok it's not niche if you're on that side of TikTok. But I also like a lot of popular stuff, and there's nothing wrong with liking popular stuff, as long as you're not doing it just to please everyone else. But yeah, that's kind of the tips that I have. And one more tip. This is like about back to making your room. This is just my opinion, but like a lot of people like wanted to know like kind of how I decorated my room. I don't like doing like having one section where it's specifically like a type of series or a type of anime. I like spreading it out. Like I have Haikyuu there, but I also have the Kuro figure here, and I have like obviously I do a little bit, like I have the Mononoke figure and then the Mononoke book, but I don't like doing like a big section where it's like just one series. I like spreading it out so that my I guess like all my fandoms that I'm in is kind of classed together. The only thing that I kind of have all together is the TMNT section, but that's only because I have like so much of it that I even spread it out. I still just need like a section to put it in. But I guess that's kind of my second tip. Whew. Okay, that's basically it for today's video. I think I did a good job kind of giving tips. Yeah, I don't think I forgot anything. But if you like the video, subscribe and like. And again, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who's fasting. And if you like, comment down below if you want to see like a specific type of video, because I'm slowly running out of ideas. And I don't know if when this is gonna come out, but hopefully this Saturday. If it is, then that's good. But you don't know what this Saturday is. What day is it today? It's the 19th, 21. Yes, 20, well, at least in Canada time. But if you liked the video, I already said the like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye! 明日が来るから